Thank you very much, Lizel, and a very warm welcome to the weather desk. We're starting off with some partly cloudy skies over the eastern provinces of South Africa today, this morning, and we are seeing temperatures as well very mild over the Gauteng province, Johannesburg starting at 15 and 16 over Pretoria, a minimum of 17 for Polokwane, and a minimum of 23 over Musina in the Limpopo province for this morning. Pleasant conditions though along the east coast with a minimum of 21 at eThekwini and 23 over Richards Bay in the north coast of KwaZulu-Natal. Pleasant conditions all over the interior of the Eastern Cape and along the coastal areas of this province, with the temperature starting at 20 for Gqeberha and 21 over East London, and similar conditions in Cape Town as well, starting at a minimum of 21 degrees for this morning. Mostly mild conditions though in Sutherland, starting at 13, but pleasant in Uppington, starting at a minimum of 23 for this morning. And for the afternoon, there is a very good chance of some thunder showers across the southern interior of South Africa, from the Free State into the Eastern Cape, with a 60% probability. Otherwise, isolated thunder showers across the Northern Cape, with some fog patches as well for this morning over the eastern high-lying areas of the country, including over the northeastern interior of the Eastern Cape, throughout KwaZulu-Natal, the Eastern Free State, and the high-lying areas of the Mpumalanga province, with some fog patches also reducing visibilities on the roads in the west coast of South Africa for this morning. There is also a level 2 yellow warning of some severe thunderstorms in places across the central interior in the Free State, into KwaZulu-Natal and the northern interior of the Eastern Cape for this afternoon. And temperatures will be pleasant in the Gauteng province, even though we're starting off with some partly cloudy skies and rain weather conditions for this morning in Johannesburg. But later on in the afternoon, we're expecting a high of 28 and 27 degrees over Springs for later on this afternoon. In Limpopo, there is a slight chance of some thunder showers over the western bushveld, but dry conditions will persist throughout the central interior and the eastern parts of this province. Pleasant conditions are expected in Thohoyandou, reaching a high of 31 degrees, and there's no chance of rainfall over Thohoyandou for this afternoon, and the winds will be coming from the east direction, reaching 20 kilometers per hour for today. In Mpumalanga, thunderstorms can be expected later on in the afternoon in the Highveld region of this province. A temperature of 25 for Emelo and 28 over Mkhondo for today. And in KwaZulu-Natal, we're expecting pleasant conditions for this province before the rainfall later on in the afternoon, with a temperature of 30 for Pietermaritzburg and 29 degrees over the city of eThekwini for today. A 60% probability of rainfall can be expected in the Eastern Cape, with a temperature of 27 in Gqeberha and 28 for Makhanda, and a maximum of 29 degrees over Komani for today. In the Western Cape, we're expecting mostly wet weather conditions over the central Karoo, but dry temperatures can be expected over Cape Town, reaching a high of 31 degrees for this afternoon, and very mild temperatures for the morning in Sutherland, but pleasant in the afternoon, reaching a high of 32 and a very warm 35 degrees over Uppington for today. A very good chance of thunder showers can be expected later on in the afternoon in the eastern parts of the Free State, but going towards Bloemfontein, we're expecting a high of 29 degrees for this afternoon, a maximum of 29 as well for Mahikeng, and a high of 30 degrees can be expected over Vryburg later on this afternoon. And that is all from the weather desk.